Most people know that Newmarket is commonly referred to as the headquarters of horse racing, but not many people know why. In order to find out, I've come here to the National Horse Racing Museum on the High Street of Newmarket to find out the answers to that and much more. There's everything here. We've got the history of the turf right through from its origins in around 1605, and we've also got some more recent exhibits as well. Plus, this actual horse skeleton. This is Hyperion, who was born in 1930 and who won the Derby in 1933. So if you've ever wondered what the inside of a horse looks like, this fellow can tell you all about it. Occupying part of the Jockey Club's home on Newmarket High Street, it isn't the biggest of museums. However, it's packed full of racing history, celebrating centuries of the turf, from the 1600s until today. There's even a Derby winner on display, sort of, in the form of 1896 winner Persimmon, preserved for well over 100 years.
The National Horse Racing Museum was opened in 1983, so we're comparatively new as a museum, but we reflect the whole story of racing, really, from the 16th century to the current day. The museum is an independent museum, a registered charity, and we cover jump and flat racing.
Because I think people know that Newmarket is the headquarters of racing, but they don't really know why. But if they come here...
Yes, absolutely. I think Newmarket in some ways is more famous abroad than it is in its own country. The reality is, Newmarket is the headquarters of racing, as you say. 70% of the working population work directly in racing, so it's quite a major employer. It's almost like a garrison town. Take away the racing, what have you got? And racing is the 9th biggest industry in the UK, so it's a massive industry. It's a sport as well as an industry. And when you take into account the betting, the veterinary, the bloodstock sales, where else should the museum be but in Newmarket?
And you're right packed in here on the high street, and you're telling me you get many thousands of visitors?
Yes, on average we get about 12,000 visitors a year, which is pretty good. We have aspirations for a new museum, which I'm sure you're going to hear about, but the reality is we've run out of space. We have about 8,000 objects in the museum, and of those we display about 20%, so it's only a small amount the public can see at the moment, and we have so much more to tell.
And when big parties come around, perhaps school children, what's the most popular thing?
One of the most popular things has to be the horse racing simulator. It's staffed by ex-members of the racing world, and they are able to pass their experience, and we've had anything from a 4-year-old to a 90-year-old on the horse simulator, so it's great fun, so you can experience the thrill of being on a racehorse.
It's quite an interactive museum, and you can
yes.
go and put on the jockey silks, and that's obviously a big part.
Absolutely, yes. The tradition is that museums you can't touch anything. Well, in this museum there are certain things you can touch, and the practical galleries, we call it, you can go on the simulator, you can try the silks, you can weigh yourselves, you can look at the horse feed, you can observe some of the tacking up of a horse and have a go yourself. So it's very much hands-on, yes. The only thing we can't guarantee is that you'll have a winner at the end of the day. But then again, you've had a winner because you've come to the museum.
It might be mostly concerned with the past, but the museum is aimed at introducing more people into racing, and the interactive gallery gives you a chance to have a go yourself. Not surprisingly, it doesn't look as if a career as a jockey lies ahead for this presenter.
That's it, they're racing.
And people say that the horse does all the work. Not the case. Definitely hard for the jockey too, and I'm not even going fast.
Take my hand away, so don't let your hands come flying up here in the air. Keep your hands slightly down, okay?
And how fast am I going now? Not very fast.
No, just a trot.
Just a trot. Hard enough for just a trot, trust me.
Are you all right to go on the stride?
A little bit, yeah. If this horse jinks, I'll be out the side door. I can tell you that much.